Hi guys, we're making videos about the welcome apps. There are so many distributions out there and they all have their own way of saying hello basically, or providing some information or some tools or something like that. So we've done Manjaro, we've done Zero Linux, we've done CachyOS, which is now up to ArcoLinux. So let's have a look at the code. ArcoLinux welcome is something you probably type, right? And there is the ArcoLinux welcome app. By this video, I give you already grant to use our code, right? So the thing that I've said in all the other videos is, okay, you can use, sometimes there's a license with it, right? And it says you can use it, but I always say, I don't know, the right thing to do. Contact the people who developed it, they put their time into it, right? Say, is it okay? Okay, use it. So by this video, with this video, I tell you, it's okay. Don't mail me. Well, and then we go to git clone, Ctrl+Shift+V. And what we've done, we've downloaded the code, basically. And now you need to have a look with your editor of preference, which would be code normally, but Sublime is here now with the general usage in last videos. Let's quit this thing first. Sublime again, and then drag this over here and drop the whole folder in it. Boom, right? And then you make it bigger again and you have a look. So git ignore some stuff, git stuff, pop up. There's the license. So yes, you can copy paste and make your own thing with it. There is something in the SCAL ArcoLinux welcome app. The settings are here, the auto start. We want this machine, this app to pop up, be open when you launch your live DVD. Okay, so that's there. That's why it's here. Auto start, config, SCAL, etc. And then user, here's the application. So local is where we're gonna start everything. User local bin, ArcoLinux welcome app is gonna be there. User, share here, applications, the welcome, the desktop app. So this is the thing that comes in here. If we say welcome, that's why this works, because it's in user, share, applications.desktop. That's that. And then some images, which is just images, right? Well, we better look at it differently, like this: user, share, and then applications. We've done that. Welcome app, images. These are all the images we've got, and some of them are used and some of them are gone, and even are SVGs, so we can recreate them. So I create my own icons, as you know, probably, and that's fun, being creative. So we have our own SVGs from time to time, and other things you just grab from the internet. So, and then image, fine, and then we have the Py things, the Python files, and here we have the icons. So if you don't have ArcoLinux, sorry, if you don't have Sardi or Servan, which are both creations of mine, right, then you don't have an icon for ArcoLinux Hello. So that's why we provide as well one here. So if you have Numix or Paper or Papyrus, it has an icon, right? And then the most important thing is this guy, right? These Py thingies. And then my suggestion would be leave Sublime Text now and go for something EDE. So a code, or, well, we used to have Atom and brackets, or any of the things, any of the editors that are available. So, sorry, where is the code? Here is the code. Nope. Yep, here he is. So if I close the images, it becomes more apparent. This is the Py, this is the Py, this is the Py. So Python. Brad has left us. He kickstarted his life, so that's good. Job comes first, and he started with all this, and I continue to work. We have the Py, which is where everything starts, right? import all kinds of things. We're not going to go into too much detail. I do know a lot about the coding, but it's not the point. Welcome app from Manjaro, then ArcoLinux, CacheOS, now this one. It is up to you to change all of this. And first of all, you probably want to know, how does this look? If you're not on ArcoLinux, you don't know. So user share, this is what I do when I go change some code in here. I do sudo Python. Sometimes you need to be sudo, so sometimes it's not necessary. All right, and this is your welcome app. Now, if you look at this, you say, oh, but I don't want it to be ArcoLinux, I don't want a logo there, and I don't want all these, and maybe you want to switch it around or stuff like that, right? Or omit elements or change things, and it's all gonna be in the GUI, the graphical user interface. So how it looks is in here. So right mouse click, I'm gonna open it this time with code. Not that it's important, but just to show you, there are two kinds of code. There is this guy, and there is the VS Codium bin. So you choose what you want. And yay, code might give you a clue. Let's see. There's a lot of, the word is so common that it's, of course, a lot of elements that have the word code. But here we have something. Visual Studio Code bin you can install, VS Codium bin, binary releases of VS Code without the Microsoft branding, and this one is with the Microsoft officially binary version, right? So it's up to you, right? You decide what you install. I don't mind the Microsoft branding. Okay. So if you got yourself code, Visual Studio Code, and then we go to the next section, mark done, and then you go for, well, normally I take the upper level like this, put it in here. Yes, we trust the guy who made it, and then share ArcoLinux welcome app, and here we are with the pie. So this could be your work. Wants to extensions, so you want to install the recommended extension for Python, sure, install the recommended. He's installing, he's busy. All right, done. So that's that. Get started. Let's kill this one, and then Control plus. Yeah, Control plus makes it bigger, and you have to look at the GUI. So the files are here. The GUI is here. Thank you. And you go and have a look at all the elements that you think you should change. And here the first text starts. We advise to clean the computer with gport before installing. It's a label, and we've told people blah blah, right? And the next blah blah. And you go change anything you like. The main buttons are here. Run gported in bold. Span size large. So all these elements that we see here are there. I control find, install software, and we know that install software here is now, let's quit this thing, is here. I'm gonna call it install hardware. Save it, launch it again, and we're installing hardware. So it's as simple as that, is going over what's in here, what's behind it as well. So what if we click it, this thing, then open up PAMAC, then go to the website. Release information is go to the website and give people information about that. So it's all about, well, at this point, this is not working, but that's okay. and because we're testing this here. Yeah, I mean, you can keep on making all kinds of things, and I don't want it to be technical, a GTK or Python video, but it's here, right? Change and go to this particular page, go to that particular page, and so on. And the conflict spine, what was this again? Oh yeah, that was the, we're not using it as much anymore. That, oh yeah, we've even omitted it. So it's something that we used to have, that if things would clash to each other, well, if packages would clash, yeah, would conflict, that's the word, would conflict, then you can't install it, right? And one of those packages, well, we had this pop-up saying, okay, watch out for that package, watch out for that package. So here are some packages that conflict with each other. Xcursor will conflict with Breeze, and Visual Studio Bin will conflict with code. So choose one of them, like LibreOffice Fresh will conflict with LibreOffice still. So it's not used anymore. It's an old page that I left in. So the only two guys, these guys and that guy, is what you need, and change all the icons for it. It's just really not that difficult. It's changing some of the images here. I say, okay, I'm going to use that image for my distribution, and that's all there's to it. So in the user share, here in the images, you go change stuff if you don't like it. And here is your own name then later on. So ArcoLinux PNG, control find ArcoLinux.png, and here it is. He's pointing to ArcoLinux PNG. So if you make your own, and it's called My OS, it's gonna be My OS PNG, and just make sure the image is there with that name and that extension, and everything will be fine. Building these things, well, you can even get that as well, I think. So if you wanna say, okay, I have now code, and even auto starts at this point in time, it auto starts. Is there a package build I can get as well? ArcoLinux package build. I think it will be here. Here's the welcome app, and here's the package build. So grab those lines there. Of course, don't point to our GitHub. Make your own GitHub. Put the code on there. Change anything that's called ArcoLinux to My OS or something like that. Make your own distribution name, and then you can actually change and build your own system. And the way I do things, it's entirely up to you, but I do like the idea of variables. So down here, I don't have to do anything anymore. Everything is defined up here in variables. So if I change it once, I change it everywhere. So I don't have to think, well, if I change things, I stop thinking here, line 9. I just say it's now November, right? So I'll give it a number 221101. That's it. I don't need to change anything down here or think about anything anymore, because it's all pointing to variables up there. All right, that's it for me. A short view of ArcoLinux Welcome. And again, guys, don't mail me. You have the permission to reuse our app, but of course, well, give some credits, right? That's also the right thing to do. All right, cheers.